Well, a Lloydminster woman is on a mission to get a message to parents. Check your kids' electronic devices. Desiree Cornet-Wile's son, Jaden, took his own life just over a year ago at the age of 15. Desiree is hoping other parents don't have to live through the heartbreak that she did. Stacey Comer sat down with her to discuss the issue.
Desiree Cornet-Wile is joining us today on Primetime Local News. And Desiree, I want to thank you for speaking with us today. This is a difficult subject, but thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, one thing we want to discuss is your son, Jaden. Unfortunately, just over a year ago, he took his own life. You've been on a crusade ever since to try and, prevent anti-bullying, to have parents check their phones, the kids' phones. Tell me a little bit about Jaden and as much as you can in regards to what happened last year.
Well, Jaden was a beautiful soul. He lived to help people, especially his friends and anybody that needed it. This last year's been tough. I've really been trying to reach out to the kids his age. He loved to play hockey. He loved to sing. He just loved life. And going through his phone, I did find the positive stuff. I found how he talked about he loved his life and how he talked about his little brothers. And what's devastating is the conversations and the comments that I can see that are deleted. There's secret files that these children can have in Snapchat, and there's just stuff that I didn't know. I missed it. I missed all of it. And so my goal is just to educate parents and to really try to reach out to these kids and see that it's not about what you type. Your words hurt. And back in the day when I was younger, we didn't have the internet. So when you had a problem with somebody, you had to take it up face to face. And that's the problem nowadays, is these kids say stuff to people and there's no repercussion. There's no consequence. So.
Now, you said too that you and Jaden had a really great relationship, that you talked all the time, and you really didn't know, unfortunately, that some of the cyberbullying was going on. So just knowing that, Des, how do you tell parents to go forward? Because I know a lot of people have the thought process, well, we really don't want to look into our kids' stuff, and we really should have that level of privacy.
They don't need privacy. I was the mom that unhooked the Wi-Fi. I was the mom that would call the school. Me and Jaden talked about everything. We talked about girls, we talked about puberty, we even talked about when he was ready to take the final step of losing his virginity, if I can say that. We were very, very close, but this was a little bit different, the bullying. This wasn't just a kid at school. It was unfortunately I don't even want to call it a relationship, but Jaden we had agreed, because we talked about it, that he wanted to start dating. And so he had gone through a girlfriend, and then, teenage stuff happens and there was a new relationship, and I had a gut feeling about it. And not because I didn't know the individual.
Right.
But I just, us parents really have to trust our gut. And you have to hover and you have to check their phones, and you need to remember that things are deletable. If you're paying their bill, they don't need privacy. I believe now that, I took Jaden's phone away, and I took the iPads away, and I took the video games away, but they still can get to each other. There's Wi-Fi on devices that you don't think are usable anymore. I missed it. I'm just trying to open up parents' eyes. And not that I think I'm better than anyone by any means, but just that there's so much more. The internet is like a secret world that we have no idea. Because being someone who didn't grow up with the internet, I seriously didn't understand what the capabilities of the internet are. And now it's a scary, scary world out there. There's predators, and there's private groups, and they hide stuff. So I really honestly believe that we need to hover. We need to call the school. We need to get involved with their friends again. We need to be the hover parents, because I missed it. Friends stopped coming around. Jaden was very stressed out. I missed it.
And now, Desiree, obviously, I know it's tough, and you do blame yourself, which is unfortunate because there are so many different circumstances here. I know Jaden had a lot of friends, and I still see that like on your Facebook page, and just through friends of his that I am in contact with, and they all still support you. And you had the vigil last week, and they supported that. How important is that to still have his friend circle supporting you and your family?
I love it. He was 15 when he passed away, and he had only been 15 for exactly 1 month. And so I don't have the ability to teach him how to drive. I don't have the ability to give him a hug anymore. I don't get to see him come up the stairs and ask for something to eat. I don't get to see the excitement in his brothers' faces when they get to play with that older crowd. So when the boy across the street comes over and asks them to play basketball, he was a friend of Jaden's. His middle brother, he calls Jaden's little girlfriends his girlfriend, and they come over and they play with the boys and they interact with him. So to me, it's very important because his brothers are not going to remember him very well, and they're not going to have that bond with the older crowd. So the fact that his friends still come around and they support me and they talk about Jaden and the real friends, not the ones that wanted to be friends because of who he was, but the ones that helped him and that supported him and that tried to be there when this all started. It's really important that they come around still because I need to keep Jaden's memory alive, especially for his little brothers.
And so, Desiree, what are you doing going forward now as far as the advocacy, the education, anything you can do to help out other parents who may not realize the situation that their children is in? What is your plan going forward?
I'm just starting to get my feet back under me. It's been a very hard year. But my plan going forward is I would definitely, I'm not sure if I want to start a foundation or like just a legacy. I still have Jaden's bank account, so I have been putting money in there because I want to talk to children. I'm even thinking that once I can get a platform, I would like to have an adult night. And I just need to educate on the things that I miss. Life gets really busy. And so I just don't ever want this to happen to anybody else. And I know that's important on a global scale and very difficult, but it's just so devastating. And so I want to reach the children. I'm self-employed, so I talk to teenagers and I educate parents that come in, and I don't want the negative going forward. I need Jaden's name to live in the positive light and to help educate people going forward and to let kids know that they do have a voice. Self-esteem is a big thing, and if you don't feel comfortable speaking, there's places that kids can go. Our doors are always open. Our parents are there to listen. And I know there's rules and your parents get mad at you, but your parents are your number one advocates. And if you don't feel that you can go to your parent, go to another adult, go to a school counselor. So in going forward, I just want to keep Jaden's memory alive because Jaden loved to help people. And so I will live to help people and to help these kids and to give them a voice and just to help them with the self-esteem to speak up.
Well, Desiree, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate you talking to us. This is a very difficult subject. For now, Des, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, if you would like to maybe come out and speak to a group, that sort of thing, what is the best way to do that?
Well, I own my own business on Highway 16, Dark Hour Inc. Please feel free to come in. I'm on Instagram, InkLady31. I'm on Facebook. I'm very busy right now with the business due to the craziness that everybody's trying to come out from. But please, if I don't get back to you right away, don't give up on me. I'm around, I am here. So any sort of platform you want to get a hold of me, my email, just call the shop.
Okay, great. Well, Desiree, once again, thank you so much for talking to us and good luck with this. I know that out of this tragedy, you're going to do a lot of good in the world. So once again, thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you very much.